What's up, dudes? Max here, and it might come as no surprise to you guys, but games and video game development have changed dramatically over the past couple of years. No longer are you needed to get into big development studios to actually get your game published. You can go directly to the community, and there has been quite a few fighting games that have popped up over the past couple of years that showed a bit of success between Skullgirls, and the one that I got a chance to work on and do commentary for, which was Yatagarasu, and we're still waiting on a release date for that one. But there is a lot of other games out there on Kickstarters and on donation drives and pretty much waiting for the support of their direct audience instead of giant publishers. And a lot of them are fighting games, so what I want to do is kind of a focused spectacle of showing off some of these games that might be out there that you guys can get and donate towards if you want to actually get a copy later on through Kickstarter or stuff like that. And one of them recently popped up that really caught my eye, has a very interesting art style, and in the long run looks to be an extremely faithful 2D arcade style classic fighting game, and it's called The Chainsaw Incident.
The Chainsaw Incident. Round 1. Engage!
Chainsaw Incident looks pretty similar to some classic fighting games you might remember from the past. It takes horror creations from like movies and references within modern folklore and puts them into character versions, and what Chainsaw Incident feels like is an alternate world Darkstalkers. It's also kind of similar to faithful 90s games in the past, where a lot of the design and a lot of the mechanics in the game kind of resemble the way older classic fighting games used to be, where it's a lot about the spectacle of what's going on, and then the mechanics and stuff like that you learn as the game gets deeper and deeper and deeper. But the art style is the one that really catches my eye. Between all the footage you guys are watching right now of the Chainsaw Incident, this stuff is actually not in-game. This is a composed trailer of what the game could actually look like. But at the moment, this is just pre-alpha footage, and if this is what it's going to end up being like when the game comes out, it looks pretty damn cool. They go over the mechanics on the Kickstarter page, what the game is actually going to play like, how they're going to have this card system where you earn cards, and it does little things like character colors and nuances throughout the game. But the one thing that really caught my eye about the Chainsaw Incident is that it's made by a very focused team of developers, of some dudes that are very like veteran heavy fighting game industry guys, and some other guys that have been really wanting to make a fighting game for a long time. And based off this, I contacted these dudes on Twitter. I was really happy with how the game was already presented and how the character designs were, and shockingly, they already knew about the stuff that I'd done on YouTube and stuff like that, so it was a pretty awesome conversation to kind of talk fighting games with dudes that kind of break away from the industry and having to deal with all these corporations greenlighting your pretty indie type of fighting game, and they just go out and do it themselves. So if you guys do want to support an independent fighting game like the Chainsaw Incident, like many others in the past that I did with Yatagarasu and Skullgirls and stuff like that, go check out their Kickstarter page, which is down below. They are still looking to get funded, and the biggest problem with Kickstarter projects is that they have to get funded in order for the game to be made, or else everyone gets refunded their money. Either way, let me know what you guys think of the Chainsaw Incident, and if you can't afford it right now, that's totally okay. The best thing you can possibly do for these independently made fighting games is just to let people know that they even exist, because they don't have huge, giant marketing departments that could do things like send out commercials and stuff like that. And when I see these dudes that are really passionate about these projects, it kind of screams to me as well with the stuff that I've done in the past too. So if you guys have a chance, check out the Kickstarter page. I believe the game for the default amount is around $25 for an 8-character roster. So like I said, dudes, if you want to support independently made fighting games, this is a pretty good opportunity to do so, especially for one that looks as good as this game could possibly look. And it's coming out on PS4 and PlayStation Vita potentially as well. I think they even have a stretch goal for Xbox systems too. And if Chainsaw Incident does eventually get funded, there's a pretty good chance I could once again be in another fighting game in some form, whether or not it's for commentary or otherwise. Either way, guys, thank you a ton for watching. If there's another independently made fighting game that you'd like me to check out, shoot me a link on Twitter or Facebook, and you can contact me on those via the description below. My name is Maximilian, and I'll see you guys next time.
It is done.